educators, welcome to another great edition of Teachnology's Video Tips for Teachers. This week we're looking at the theme of winter. You're going to find a great amount of printable resources on our site, lesson plans, worksheets, even some rubrics that go right along with the theme of winter, so check it out. If you remember, this week we are featuring the holiday workbook, which covers all holidays, not just those in winter. You'll find a bunch of great student activities, so check that out. In addition to that, members, we are featuring this week the Mix and Match Maker. We have an example for non-members using the winter words. What it allows you to do is instantly make mix and match worksheets. You use your own words and it spins them around for you. I use it all the time. I find it to be a real help. If you're not a member, you may want to consider becoming one. It is a great way to speed up your day and make fun activities for your students. What we wanted to share with you this week were 10 projects that will help you reinforce the season of winter in your classroom, but also give you a great educational activity for your students. Here's some things that we've done as teachers ourselves over at Teachnology, or we've seen done in the classroom that really had some beneficial outcomes. The first one we wanted to share with you is the Tilting Earth project. If you haven't seen these, basically you take a coat hanger and you, using styrofoam balls that you can get at a craft store, you make yourself an axis on the earth and show students how it tilts over a coat hanger. Now you can Google that, you can also find it on our site. It's a great project. Second project that we see a lot that we enjoy is picture books of winter animals. Great idea, think about it. The third activity is my favorite. I've done it in my class and so has my wife. And that's building a snowman. Now you'll say, whoa, how's that educational? There are tons of things you can do. One thing that I've done with it is had students actually calculate the weight of the, if you would, frozen water in the form of snow without actually picking it up and weighing it. It's a neat activity. You can be done. Another thing we do often, have students write stories about the snowman. Also, give the snowman a cultural perspective, and every day sharing different holidays that happen throughout the month of December. That's a fun way to do it. The fourth idea for you we have is not really that super original, and I'm sure you've seen it done a million times. It's just how you do it. And that's making snowflakes. You can use it to reinforce patterns and sequences. You can even just use it to reinforce hand-eye coordination. The fifth idea we have for you is building a winter survival kit. You can do that tons of ways. You can actually physically do it. You can have students just do it in the story form. But it has tons of applications and it's a great thing to think about. The sixth idea for a project that we have for you is helping students understand how animals keep warm in the winter temperatures. And we used to call the unit Let's Warm Up or Let's Go. And just give you an idea. It's a fun little activity. Think about it. There's tons of ways you can apply it. Tip number 7 is a little bit of chemistry, and it does apply more to colder areas during the winter. If you're in a warm area, you probably don't have many snowplows near you, and maybe you don't even, your town doesn't even own a salt truck. But where we live, up in the Northeast, most of the Teachnology staff are from the Northeast, we're pretty cold right now. It's the middle of December, and we're a little cold. And one of the things that we often see is a salt truck. So to our students, they don't understand the concept of why do these trucks put salt on the road? They make it tasty? What does it do? It's a great idea to do a project on that if your students are in that area. Tip number 8 is to do a season association. Now you can give students items and have them associate them with different seasons. You can also do, for the higher levels, you can associate animals with certain seasons or even plants with certain seasons. It's a great idea. Tip number 9 is to work with the concept of how do thermometers work. Students are constantly using thermometers, but they don't even understand why or how they work. Great idea is to show them how. Tip number 10 is to cover the idea of how snow is actually made. One great idea to call this unit is how do you get a free day off of school? Thanks for joining us for another edition. Make sure you keep warm, and we'll see you again here next week.